It is very, very helpful for somebody in recovery to know that their own immediate community is willing to go through that journey with them. That can take many, many forms. There's no specific one way to do it. My name is Jared, and I am a professional classical composer. I went to college as a piano performance major and then began to compose when I was 23 years old. I was living a life in which I was constantly projecting a very negative picture that was before me. And so I was predicting, a bad circumstance or failure or some kind of a crisis or some kind of a pain. I think a lot of people in recovery have a very similar story, that there was just a threshold or a breaking point that they had to face to actually literally kind of break them down so they could start to look at themselves.
Jeff Casillas, I'm a first responder. I've been a first responder for approximately 13 years now. You're there on the front lines of the worst part of people's lives. I'm an emotional person, so that stuff sticks with you. I was coming to using a coping mechanism for that, and that ended up being gambling. Luckily, I'm blessed to have a beautiful, loving wife that understood that that's not a fault of my own. That was an addiction that happened. She said, you need to get some help for that. And so I took that upon myself to go Google different counselors, and I found one. She pointed me to A Chance to Change, and that's how I ended up here.
I found out by A Chance to Change almost by chance. I just could tell that that was going to be the path that I needed to go to. I was approved for the A Chance to Recover program, and I got to tell you, that in itself was very validating. It meant that an organization just accepted me. And I didn't realize it at the time, but just that initial acceptance was really an important seed in my recovery in the future.
I didn't want to be here, and nothing's wrong with me. I'm going to go because my wife says, hey, you're going to get some help. I attended a few of the ed series that they had here just to try and get started. Once they start pointing out things that are happening to yourself, and you're like, okay, that's me right there, and this is me, all of those different topics they're covering, I do that, and realizing that, I think breakthrough is like, okay, maybe this is something I do need to listen to.
I respond to love. To me, love is a very, very important part, and I believe that A Chance to Change exhibits that. I'm very, very grateful for my community members who were very willing to go step by step through the process and be with me along my journey.
Giving to some place like A Chance to Change, that doesn't just help somebody improve or get over an addiction. That helps people with their marriage. It helps building trusting relationships there. It helps people see a brighter future.